So this is a response video to Islam and Friends. He just did a show on Proposition 8. I'll give a link to it over in the sidebar over here. And let me just first say that, I'm really sad that has to be my first video response to you. I watch your show a lot. I enjoy your show. I think it's overall a force for good in the universe, and we need more of those. Particularly, I really enjoyed your show that you just did on democracy and Islam. Whether or not it's like okay for the faithful to vote in democratic societies. I really appreciated that show quite a bit. So at any rate, let's warm into this here. Remember a while back this infamous thing that happened on the campaign trail.
He's an Arab. He is not. No.
No man. He's a decent family man, citizen.
Okay, so, this is just like totally not acceptable, right? I mean, in a civil society, it's just completely not acceptable to say to somebody because somebody, comes from a different race or somebody has a different religion than you do, to say that they are thereby, in any way not decent family people, right? That their marriages mean any less than anybody else's marriage, right? I mean, this is just, it just cannot stand, right? So when this happened, I made a video speaking out against it, and I wasn't the only one, right? So, and why is this, right? Okay, it's because, really, if you think about it, accusing somebody of not being a decent family person, that's about one of the worst insults that you can give to somebody, right? So, imagine my perplexity when I listened to this next clip that I'm going to roll from your program.
And since I'm playing Mr. Politically Incorrect, I also want to state for the record that atheist marriages make absolutely no sense to me either. That's just as illogical to me as gay marriage. It's like you have a group of people who believe, the atheists, they believe that this is their only life. And after that, it's over. I don't understand why they would logically want to add a stipulation that the moment you're unhappy with the person you're currently with, I'm going to make it very difficult for myself to get out of this relationship without losing half my money. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't understand the logic why any atheist would want to get married. I don't understand why they're not just together for as long as they're having fun with one another. Then the minute things go bad, they just leave. Why they would want that headache to deal with makes no sense to me as well.
Okay, so I'm an atheist and I am married, so let me try to fill in some of the gaps here for you. First of all, it seems like you are not really clued into here exactly what marriage is. Marriage isn't just the exchange of body fluids and without fear of God smiting you somehow for it, right? There's a lot more to marriage than just, getting together and having jollies with somebody. I hate to sound patronizing, really. Surely you know this, right? But there's a lot more to being, a father, for example, than just being a sperm donor. There's a lot more to being a mother, okay, than just getting pregnant, right? And there's a lot more to being a family than just this. Okay, why the threat of eternal punishment would have anything to do with what your marriage is? Marriage is about here and now, okay? Even Islamic people believe this, right? Marriage is about what happens in this world, in this life, in this plane of existence. It's not about what happens in the next plane of existence, right? So, it's just, I really think, I don't know, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit for somebody to suggest that my marriage as an atheist would mean anything less than anybody else's marriage. So let me just, your show is better than this, man. You just don't want to go in this hole here, right? Let me just tell you a story, okay? So, my father, I never really knew what real marriage was until I saw my father. My father took care of my mother for the last 5 years of her life, okay? She lost the ability to stand. She lost the ability to support herself with her arms. Okay, so every 3 hours, okay, for 24 hours a day, my father would get up and help her go to the bathroom for the last 5 years of her life. Okay, that's what a marriage is, okay? That is what a marriage is. It's not just about, okay, if you're thinking about going into a marriage and you're thinking, what's in it for me, right? I'm just trying to get as much joy out of this as possible. I mean, that's completely not, okay? A marriage is about, you're valuing the other person's happiness more than your own happiness, right? A marriage isn't about what's in it for me. It's about what's in it for us, okay? There's a big difference between being married and just shacking up, all right? And, when you say things like, it's like, why would you want to make it harder for yourself to split up if you don't like the other person? Or, I mean, that's not the point. I mean, really, that's not the point at all, right? I mean, the point of being married is not just, you're publicly saying, okay, to this other person and to the society at large, okay, we are making a commitment to help each other out, no matter what, right? And we would like your help as a society in approving of our union and in helping us stay together, right? Support us in our marriage is basically what getting a marriage license says, or making this commitment says, right? The society as a whole supporting. I mean, we should be building up each other's marriages. We shouldn't be tearing down each other's marriages, right? Okay, so in conclusion, I mean, if the recent financial crisis has told us anything, it's told us we're one world, right? Okay, my housing prices go down a little bit, and it causes worldwide financial chaos, right? I mean, we're all in this world. We all have to live together, and I'm sure you're thinking, well, if we all just become Muslim, it'll be great and everything. I mean, historically speaking, I mean, if you look back in history, okay, it's never been that case. Even in very Islamic societies, the Ottoman Empire was 40-50% Christian. Same goes with every other caliphate that ever existed. Islamic society was great because it was diverse. Islamic society was great because it celebrated this cosmopolitanness, not because it tried to make everybody fit everybody into the same mold. Historically speaking, Islam has been a great force for tolerance and respect of different religions and respect of different viewpoints. And we're going to need a lot more of that going forward. I mean, if the Bush administration has told us anything, it's this attitude of they're different from us. They have a different religion from us. They have a different form of government from us. They look funny. They eat weird food, so we can bomb them. Okay, that mentality has been completely discredited. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, okay, I like your show. Use your superpowers for good, man. Okay, come back to the light.